Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out with Ronnie Davies. Just after the press conference for Chris Eubank, James DeGale, big fight, February 23rd. We've often called you in the past Chris Eubank's trainer. He called you up there more of an overseer. How would you describe your role, I guess, is the first thing to ask?
Bit of both.
Chief cook and bottle washer?
Yeah, more of an overseer now because I just had an operation on my knee. I've got trouble in my back, got a new knee. I haven't done pad work for 15 years, so he's had to bring people in for that. I can't give him his groundwork anymore because of my back, so I've got to step back a bit. But I'm still there. I'm still in the gym every day. I'm his official manager, so I do a manager's job apart from make the fights. His father does that, and the business side he does. I don't. But everything else, I bring the sparring partners in. I work hard. You know what I mean?
So was it your suggestion initially, because your back problem and your knee problem, to bring in a proper kind of head trainer for this fight, or was it his idea? And who picked the specific guy as well?
No, I didn't know he was going to do that. But I mean, we've had other people come in before anyway, so it's a normal thing. He had who else he had before?
Adam Booth.
He had Adam Booth, and he had another American, but he didn't listen to him. So whether he's going to listen to this fella or not, I don't know.
What do you know about Nate Vasquez? Have you spoken to him much yourself?
Yeah, I've spoken to him. He boxed as an amateur. Hasn't boxed as a pro, but he seems to know his job.
I think his background's in the Mayweather gym. I don't know loads about him either, but I think he's done a lot in the Mayweather gym over in America, in Las Vegas and stuff like that. So how will it work for this camp between you and him, kind of coordinating what Junior does?
It's all right. I'm very flexible. I've been in this business a long time now. You know, I've been in this 61 years. I've trained several champions over the years, which a lot of people don't even think about. You know what I mean? I've had British, Commonwealth, you know, and so I know the game, and I just know when to step back. And when I went 48 fights to his father and all them world title fights, so I must know what I'm doing. And Howard Eastman and people like that, I trained Tony Oki, all good fighters. So I know my job, but sometimes I can't do it. Not anymore, you know.
So how will it work in the gym itself when Vasquez has apparently flown in today? So when he starts working in the gym with you, will he be doing kind of pad work stuff? You'll be observing from outside? How do you think it will work? Yeah,
I'll say little things to him, and I think maybe you should work on that a bit more and little things like that. And he goes, yeah, all right. Or he's not, when he's sparring, I will speak to him and say, make sure you know.
And you mentioned in the past you've had people come in before and Junior hasn't always listened to them. What will Nate Vasquez have to do to make sure Junior listens to him?
I don't really know, to be honest with you. I mean, he's hard work, isn't he, Junior?
But from your experience, you've obviously known him and his father for years. He listens to you at least to an extent. What advice would you give to Nate Vasquez to get Junior to kind of pay attention?
I just step back. He's got to do his own thing. I can't tell him what there's. You know, there's no way. I know how to get to him, but that's my way. I can't say it's work for him.
So, but how do you get to him? What's kind of the secret to being the junior whisperer, if you like? Junior whisperer.
I tell him things, then I step back like I used to his father and make out it's his idea. As long as he thinks it's his idea, it don't matter. Because he's a rebel. You say, why don't you do this? And I walk away, and you think about it, and it might take him a week, and he come back and do it.
See, the problem with that is, obviously, you've known him for years since he was a kid, so you know how to kind of relate to him, whereas Nate Vasquez hasn't known him for as long. He might not know that secret, so you'll be really important to kind of tell him what to do, I think.
Yeah. So while I'll be in the corner, I'll be talking in the corner as well, so we just take it from there, really.
What do you think of the challenge posed by James DeGale? You've been around the game for ages, you've seen him back when he was an amateur, so what do you think are his kind of strengths and weaknesses, DeGale?
I don't see many weaknesses. He's a beautiful boxer. He's got a good chin, a useful puncher. I mean, look at his record. Great pedigree. I think it's a very hard fight for Junior.
What will Junior need to do to win this fight? Is it about making it more his type of fight, kind of crowding him, making DeGale work when he doesn't want to, fighting at a pace that he doesn't like fighting at?
I think he'll find. I think Eubanks will be too fast for him. That's just what I can say, really.
Do you think he's underestimating Eubank's speed and maybe some of his skills as well?
Yeah, because Eubanks is very skillful as well. Very clever, moves beautifully, bobs and slips, and he's got it all. It's just bringing it out on him, that's the problem.
And this famous sparring session that the two of them had that's been talked about quite a lot over the years, were you there for that when they had that spar?
Yeah, I took him up there for it. I've been there for every sparring session he's ever had.
And what is your recollection of what happened on that day?
Yeah, I never take a great deal from sparring. It's different under them bright lights, you know. I suppose on times he did get on top of DeGale, but I don't want to rubbish DeGale. I've got too much respect for him, you know. He might have. He gave him a hard spar. Put it away. He gave James DeGale a very hard spar.
And do you think that's why Junior's wanted this fight for so long, that he's taken something from that sparring session and thought, I can beat this guy?
Yeah, maybe he has. Maybe he has. You don't know with Junior. Junior don't speak.
He is a bit of a conundrum, isn't he? Like, how close can anyone ever get to Junior? Like, would you say you're one of the closest people to him?
I'm probably very close to him because I know what to do. I know what to say. He's old man. I know when to keep quiet, when to keep him happy, when to keep, you know. He was, you know, they're different. They're both different. From Eubank Sr. was different from anyone I ever knew, and Junior's the same. But Junior, you can't. They're both very, very stubborn people. But he's got a tremendous engine. He can fight the kid, and I firmly believe you haven't seen the best of Eubanks. I have in the gym, but I mean he's got to produce on the night.
What's the key to that, in your opinion, to producing what you show in the gym on the night, as you say, under the lights? What's the key to producing your best form when it really matters?
Well, that's a hard one, isn't it? I mean, you just got it's focus. You've got to be focused.
Because his dad could always do that. His dad was always peaking for the big fights, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was tremendous. I used to say that in interviews years ago. He put them old blinkers on, no matter what, nothing would get to him, and he'd find a. I've seen him going through a ring, especially the Watson 1 fight. He was so weight drained, and he'd been badly injured before the fight, and I begged him to put out the fight. He wouldn't. Collins won. Begged him, which he lost. It was everyone else thought he won. He had the flu before that. A week before that, the flu. I went down with the flu, and I said, "Let me pull you out." No. I set the barrier, and you've got to pull him out. You can't. He said, "There's too much money involved." Mad. Should have beaten Collins.
So just before we let you go, what's your prediction for the fight? I know you're going to say your man's going to win, but how do you think he's going to get the job done?
I just think he'll win. Now he'll win, I don't know. It could be. You can always. I don't think it'll be early. I think he could force a late stoppage or points.
Brilliant. Well, we thank you for your time, Ronnie, and best of luck in the rest of the camp.
Thanks.